So in 2002, you ended up trying out for Making the Band 2 with Diddy, right? But you ended up walking out. Why did you end up walking out? This is the chance of a lifetime.
All right. So shout out to my old manager. So make a long story short, it was a dope opportunity to be on TV and all of that stuff. But once I got there, I figured out quickly that it wasn't about my talent. We actually only ended up rapping maybe once or twice in the whole time I was there. And I think I was there for a few weeks. And they didn't care about your rapping. They really kind of just wanted to know that you can rap, but they wanted to give everybody a storyline. So I started to notice they would do stuff like they might say, "Hey, Panda, be downstairs at 8 p.m. or 8 a.m." And you'd be like, "All right, bet. I can't wait. I'm gonna meet Diddy, or we going to the studio, whatever it is. Bet I'm excited." You get downstairs at 8 a.m. and you're like, "Hey, where's everybody at?" And they're like, "Oh, they left here at 6 a.m." They was doing stuff like that. I remember one day vividly, that's exactly what happened. They was like, "Yo, meet us down here in the lobby at about 7 a.m. and we're going to wherever I think we was going to start training for Making the Band, like literally physical training." No, it was 8 a.m. So I'm exactly correct. 8 a.m. We got downstairs at 7:30. I never forget. We thinking we ahead of time. But we like, "Yeah, where everybody at?" And the guy that's the chauffeur, like one of the chauffeurs that's driving the vans, he's like, "Yeah, they left. They left y'all probably an hour and a half, almost 2 hours ago." So now I'm like, why would they tell me to come down here at this time if they left? So now my wheels are spinning. I call my manager like, "Yo, that sounds fishy. Something don't sound right. Let me know what happened." So they get a call, I guess, over the two-way pages at that time or whatever the hot thing was. I think it might have been the bleep, the chirp, whatever it was.
Chirp.
And they got the call. Yeah, they got the call like, "Yo, we're coming to pick up the last two guys." So it was me and my man Artland Hawthorne. That was the cat that was in my room. I never forget. They had us all bunking with a different person that we never met before. So me and homie, we standing there. We like, okay, so they coming back to get us. So they come get us. So now when we get to the field that they training at, it's a bunch of cameras. I've never seen this many cameras in my life. It's just cameras everywhere. So I'm like, oh shit, this is awkward. So as soon as I get there, they calling, they taking roll. So clearly we're not even late because they're just taking roll. So something's off. I'm like, man, what is going on? So they taking roll. She was like, such and such. She was like, "Yeah, Evans." And I was like, "Here." And it was like, you can hear a pin drop. When I said "here," it was like the whole field just looked over at me at one time. So now I'm just like, "Yeah, I'm here." And she's like, "Yeah, why you wasn't here earlier?" So I explained her the same thing. Like, "Yo, they told us this time." She's like, "Yeah, I don't care about none of that. You were supposed to be here." Now the camera's in my face. It's awkward. And that's when it hit me. Oh, so I'm going to be the late guy. I'm going to be the problem guy in the show. That's who I'm going to be. And I just realized right then, okay, so this is about characters. This is about plots. This is about the story. This has nothing to do with my rhymes. So I stuck around a little bit longer, and it was a zoo, man. It was really a zoo, bro. It had nothing to do with rapping. They would just bring cameras up while you running, while you training, while you sweating, while you about to. It was people passing out. They would just bring the cameras over and film you. Like they just did. It was a lack of care for humanity in that joint, bro. It was just all about catching you in the moment, looking crazy. And I couldn't deal with that. So
it was a complete setup then. They just was setting you up.
100%. 100%.
That's crazy, man. So do you remember when you first came and you first rapped and then they selected you? Like, what was that like though?
Yeah. Rest in peace to Craig Mack. You know, it's interesting. Craig Mack was there. I never forget that. When I rapped, I never forget Diddy picked up the phone when I started rapping. I was pissed off, but shout out to my step pop, rest in peace to him. He always gave me the game to never let people see you sweat. You keep that to yourself. So I'm rhyming. As soon as I start rhyming, I see everybody pay attention. Like when I say everybody, Harv Pierre, I think that was the president of Bad Boy, yep. Harv Pierre, Craig Mack. Everybody's just sitting there watching. They bobbing. They like, oh, I'm seeing it in their face. So now I'm just going. I'm looking. I'm reading the room. I get to Diddy on the phone. He ain't paying me no money. So now I'm getting hot. I'm actually pissed off. I'm kind of forgetting my rhymes. They can't tell, but I'm getting aggravated. I'm just trying to get through the rhyme. I'm like, yo, he not paying me no mind. So as I go back to just making sure I get everybody else's attention, I kind of peek out the corner of my eye and I see him kind of motion like he wasn't even really on the phone. Like he kind of looked at me like just to see, was I going to stop? And then that's when I started realizing, oh, this is a game. He wanted to see, was I going to stop? I don't even know, for whatever weird reason. I don't know what that was going to do. But yeah, bro, it was a lot of hazing, like kind of like college type of stuff.
Yo, I've watched a lot of reality TV involving Diddy, right? And that's a common thing that he does. He does that shit a lot with the phone thing. And then like I've heard other stories and interviews where people say like they rap for him inside his like, office. He'll pull up the phone, do the same shit. Like that's like the thing that he does. That's crazy.
See, I didn't know that. See, I didn't even know that. And I imagine this is your first time and you like, yo, the room is loving me, but Diddy on the phone.
Right.
So I could have been stupid and stopped. Like, yo, you trying to play me? I'm glad I didn't ever get emotional.
Should have grabbed the phone from his hand.
No, keep in mind, we on the stage, and the stage is, far back. He's literally like in the row for like, let's say like it's like an auditorium type of setup.
Right.
So you far away from him, and they made it clear to us when we first met him. They said, listen, when Diddy's coming in the building, we're gonna move all you guys into another room. They told us this up front. Don't look at him too long. Don't speak to him. Wait till he speak to you. And I'm like, don't look at him. They told us all, literally from the beginning. Don't make him uncomfortable. And that was the type of shit that let me know, yeah, this ain't for me, bro. I don't know how to, like, that's weird. Like, so talk to you, but don't look at you. Like, I'm cool, bro.
Bro, that's weird because like you've heard like little stories about like famous celebrities like R. Kelly, and everything, like when he was on that tour with Jay-Z, where it's like, yo, when I'm walking down the hallway, everybody got to face the wall and not look at me or something. Like, so it's like, that's crazy when you first getting introduced to that. I could imagine you was like, man, like what the hell type of shit is this? Right?
Yeah, no explanation. Again, more my whole life has been no explanation. Just figure it out.
All right, so then you figure out the game already. You see what it is, that this is for TV. This is not for, for my talent, and
right.
And how long do you end up staying around for until you leave?
I stayed, like I said, a few weeks. I was going to leave quicker than I left, but Harv Pierre just kept assuring me. He said, listen, I like you. I think you dope. Everybody think you dope. And I told him, I said, I don't think Puff checking for me, man. He don't even be paying me no mind. He said, nah, that's how he is. He watching me. He did. He's like, he dig you. Harv actually told me, he said, I know you hurt, because I got hurt in boot camp. Like they was working us. Okay, so another thing, they had us in boot camp working. We're dehydrated. We smoking cigarettes. We fresh from drinking 40s and liquor. All of us is from the block. None of us know about working out. So we are hurting ourselves. We just look crazy. So I hurt myself, right? So the paramedic told me, he said, listen, I don't know what you guys are here doing. I don't know about making a band. I don't know about TV, but the paramedic said, the way you're going, you're not going to make it. He said, you're totally dehydrated. He said, and your muscles, I was having muscle spasms. My muscles kept, wouldn't stop jumping. It was just crazy stuff happening with my body. So I told Harv, I said, listen, man, I'm going home, bro. I can't do this no more. The paramedic told me that I'm going to hurt myself. Harv said, listen, man, you already in there. We already picked you. You're good to go. Just stay. All you got to do is stay, and you're a part of this. I'm telling you, you got it. Make a long story short, they took us out one night, and I never forget. They took us out. I think they took us to like some nightclub, and they used to take us out in vans, like I said. So half of us are in one van, half of us are in another van. So the first van got in the club. Now it's another part of the van that I'm in. We don't get in the club. They let everybody the first half in. They keep the rest of us outside. And we like, yo, what's going on? For whatever reason, they just didn't let us in. We don't know if the club was at capacity. We don't know if it was for TV. Whatever it was, they was like, yeah, y'all can't go in and y'all got to sit in the van. They left us sitting in the van, no exaggeration, for about 2 hours. And I knew right there, and I said, okay, so now I'm supposed to go get on camera and yell and scream and be a nigga, basically. I said, nah, I'm not doing that. I'm going home. As soon as we got back, I packed my shit and I left. And I remember as I'm leaving, people were like, yo, where you going? I was like, I'm going home. I had enough. I'm going to be cool. I'm going to find my way. And people was like, yo, listen, if you leave here, you're never going to get a deal. You're never going to blow up. Nobody's never going to know your name. This is your only chance. At least 3 people from his company told me that. And I was like, I don't care. I'll be all right. And sure enough, 6 months later, MTV Battle Champion and was signed to Def Jam.
Right. But so before we get into that though, that's crazy. Do you think that was almost like a threat? Like we gonna blackball you if you leave?
I think it could have been a threat, but I really think it was how they felt. Like I think you can make people feel like there is no train but my train. Like, you know what I'm saying? I think Diddy has that effect on people, especially at that time. Like, yo, I'm number one. I'm selling all the records. Either you on my train or you ain't on no train. And I think I just have enough belief in myself. You can't tell me that. I don't care Diddy. I don't care who it is. Can't nobody tell me that I need you to be successful.
At that time, did you want to be in a group or you wanted to be a solo artist and you just saw this as an opportunity?
I didn't care. Yeah, it was just an opportunity coming from where I was from, living in Southwest Philly at that time. We all just wanted to get out the hood. Shout out to Enes. Enes was in there with me at the same time. And we both had the same mentality. Like, yo, whatever it take, we're going to do it. But I think, shout out to Enes. I think Ness was more ready at that time for making the band because he had kids. Ness had been locked up. Like Ness understood this is his one and only chance. That's how he took it. And that was smart. But me, cocky old me, I was like, nah, bro, I'm not jumping through your hoops. I'm not doing none of that. And I'm still going to get on.
Right.